Welcome back to Critical Minds with Rosa. Of course, today we are looking at a pop up topic. Let's check it out.
Even if I have nothing, I'm worth everything without you. There was me before you, there'll be me after you. No, I don't submit to bullshit. The responsibility of being a man is big, and if you don't see the king in you, I'm not going to sit around and remind you of the king in you. I'm raising a boy child. My energy goes towards him, not a grown-ass man who has his own mother. No. So me, I leave. I don't cheat, MacGyver.
Yeah.
I leave. I don't cheat, I leave. I'm always ready to start afresh. Business partners, I leave. Friendships, I leave. Men, I leave. My happiness comes first. My mental sanity, my mental health comes first. My spiritual purity comes first. I guard me before I guard you. Because for as long as I'm breathing, I can be better to you. And if I'm intoxicated, how am I going to be to you?
Yeah.
Abuse me, I'm out. I don't even think about it. We don't negotiate contracts here. There's no April season. There's no financial fiscal here. In my life, as a man, you must come correct with your content. Come correct with your leadership, because I have more to lose than you do. I leave my namesake. I leave my family. I leave my traditions. I leave my mantras. I leave everything, and I start afresh with you to support you, your vision, to steer you forward to your greatest potential. And I must submit to your bullshit. No. It's never gonna happen. So for me, now, you play dice, you fucking run like a mice.
Okay, so guys, you were able to view that recording. I actually found it somewhere on Facebook. Tell me, if you play dice, you gotta run like a mice. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey. She spit. Listen, she not spit nothing but fox. Nothing but fox.
There we go.
And it really and truly has to do with self-love. If it is that you love and cherish yourself as is, you know what you bring to the table. This in turns that you know what to expect. Whatever I am putting out should be reciprocated. And if not, please move along. You are messing with my peace and you're wasting my time. So everything what you say, just on point. If I could have watched it over again, I watch it over, and I will be watching it over.
Hey, you know, I believe that a lot of us listen. Hey, what a woman! All right, so a lot of us have lost what it really means to one, be a man and be a woman. Listen, the traditional aspect of becoming, because this is not something that you're born into. You know? You can't just born and say, all right, I'll be figured it out. No, you're not figured out. You get me? These things take time and effort mentally. You see, as human beings, as young people, it is very important that as soon as you can, find a sense of nirvana in which you are not dependent on another force or another body or system to generate the truest form of happiness that you can actually embody. You don't need a person that you don't really need. It is good to have persons that can contribute. You don't get me? But it is important for you as individuals to have a sense of nirvana. You can control that things will get to you. You can understand, so listen, I know how to make myself happy. I can find peace and oneness with myself. You get me? And you see, as far as trying to, because we all human beings out there from different background, different understanding, different view of the world, that are trying to coexist with our peers and society and our world. If us as young men, right, don't understand, say, yo, we can't call ourselves man, if there aren't certain fundamental things we not attain yet, and then you go as far as involving the opposite gender in your life and thinking or expecting things of them when you yourself, you know how much half a big man, you see me get up and go. You see it, so
That
it's like
you
this is
said
not even
no.
just a couple topic. This is a huge topic, man. This
Drop
is
the mic,
yo.
I got drop the mic.
Fuck, fuck,
Hold on,
fuck,
hold
fuck,
Oh,
fuck,
on,
fuck.
she
hold
look
on.
beautiful. African queen.
Um,
Absolutely. Love her.
I got just mentioned
Woman,
something
do you
about
hear that?
what we not attain yet. I more kind of go against the grain. No, I completely agree with what she mentioned, but I want to play devil's advocate, right? And
Okay.
something also what Igal mentioned about what we not attain. I think being a man is more about a mindset than possessions
No, no,
or
no. Don't get me wrong, girlfriend. Don't
tangible
get me wrong.
I am
possessions.
Don't get
loving
me wrong.
it.
No, me
I
not get
am
it wrong.
loving it.
Me not get it wrong. But me just want to make that clear.
Yeah,
Say
man.
you can be a man without having, you know, the manly things yet. You own a car and
Hold
all
on,
of these
let me
No,
jump
possessions.
in,
that's
Dalvern.
small, man.
Devil's advocate, we gonna get you today because I don't believe that's what Igor really meant. You know, it wasn't about
No,
the
I understand.
physical.
I understand.
Yeah, it's not about the physical because you know a lot of people get it twisted, and this is what I want men to understand as well. You know, they're like, okay, guess what? They want this young lady, but they'll have the young lady here like a figurine, and then they're fixing whatever they need to fix in their life. Nah, we ain't playing that game. Fix you first. So whatever you need to fix, fix it. Because the moment you choose to be with a young lady, you are now saying, hey, I'm going to give you my attention. I'm going to give you my time. And if you're not doing it, then it's going to cause controversy. And if, you know, it was today I saw something on someone's status. They say a woman's behavior is a reflection of how you treat her. So if you do not like how she reacts, treat her differently. And it is
Arguable.
so true. It is so true, Igal. What's wrong with
Arguable.
you?
That's arguable.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I would say
that
that.
that no.
It's
Yeah,
what?
that's debatable.
This is
That's
the reason
debatable.
when I say
Everything
that,
is debatable. Everything is
the reason,
debatable.
Miss Roseanne, it's debatable because the reason I say that, especially with you probably could have said that, Miss, because
Of
honestly,
course.
you're from you're probably seasoned that way. But you see them, you see, listen, you see what we have to deal with as young men in today's society with media, as an addition to these females'
Exactly.
interpretation of how they're supposed to be treated or what we're supposed to do on a regular basis versus how they are to react or behave. It is very interesting. The female mind, if you actually, from a fourth person perspective, just observe or listen from a conversation between a man and a woman, how they
Crazy.
argue and the type of things that she demand and how she
Crazy.
construct even the words in what she has said, it makes you actually sometimes that's why I'm just keep themselves because poor child, it's just
Help me, Ritsana.
it's
Help me, please. Because I
But
guess I'm
then
from a
again,
different era.
debatably.
then
Hold on.
again, it's
Yes.
I want two ways. You have very materialistic and then just want
Man,
to be showered with gifts and blah 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 and all of that. But then again, you have men that just want to go and they just want to wear in your pants,
Woo!
right? So you can't just say, "Oh, girl,
so
this
Miss
girl, this
Rosa,
girl, that." You have
So
some disgusting men out there.
Thank you.
facts,
yeah,
Here,
and
here.
that's a fact, and that's a fact, and that's a fact. But in the event that you found yourself with a man that doesn't just want what is in your pants or under your skirt or whatever, how do you situate yourself? How do you facilitate working grounds for you? Because you still have women who know for a fact say the man not just want what they have and it still are disgusting, right, in different ways, while you have some who are different, but majority of them. And I can tell you this safely from experience. I've dealt with a lot of women, all type of race, the fat. No, no, let me say not the fat, but you
So
know,
what is it, man?
you get it. You get it. And the more females you interact with, is the more you understand because a lot are similar. And really and truly, a lot of them are confused. They're really confused. So back to what you were saying in the last, in the previous session, where you say, people should get like a mentor, somebody who they can talk to or look up to. I think majority of these females need that because they have the whole social media,
Facts,
and
bro.
I think their expectations aren't realistic, and the fact that they aren't realistic, they aren't, you know you can't meet them, and this is where no they think that you're falling short. I think they should be more realistic in their approach, and it's really and truly hard for them to understand things logically because I think they go off more emotions than wherever. Because right now I could tell her that, hey, my shirt is blue, and I tell this female that my shirt is blue. You see, if she in herself feel like the shirt is red, no matter what you want to tell her, say enough, say, the shirt really blue. She not gonna see
Damn
it,
right.
You get me? I say she not gonna see say the shirt is actually blue. It's the approach, and this is where how being a man comes in. This is no you understanding what's really happening, right? The situation that you're having, and this is you not going to figure out how you're going to, assess the situation with whatever resources you have, because women aren't really that hard to deal with now. It's just the approach and how you deal with them to get them. Because remember, women come into a relationship with you as a roller coaster ride. Let's put it that way. You're the leader, you're a man, you lead. So if I'm early, you're setting certain expectations by being a leader and you're leading by example. This is how you mold a female around you to do the right things or do the things that makes you happy. If this is a female that you cannot talk to or reason with or have a proper conversation with, no matter how you love her, no matter how she pretty, it just not go work. This is why it comes back to self-respect. Is knowing what you're willing to take, and the what should I say? The the word is knowing what you want and putting it out there. So you are telling the expectations. You're putting them out there. You get me? I say from
Mhm.
early, and so this is where you form a better foundation. No, no, really, it's not because she have some nice wet stuff between her legs. Oh, she's just
Oh,
pretty.
jeez.
Oh, no, it's
Somebody
not
help.
like that. It's
Help
not
me,
like
Lord.
that.
Help this podcast,
Until
Jesus.
you realize that, and stop being the simp you are and being manly. This
Oh,
is the
man.
only way we'll get our females or our women back to the way that they ought to be, more supportive, more
Let me get
submissive,
a
and
chance,
No, well,
please.
hold on. No, hold on, Dabra. I want him to stick a pin, DeAndre. Because you see,
No,
you
when you
you said
finish.
a lot. You said a lot about women, and women should get mentors, and women should this, and setting your expectation of what a woman should be. And I want you to understand something that I've observed about men. You will see a particular type of women because we are all from different social standings and have different beliefs. So you'll see this particular woman probably dressing a particular way, shaped the way you like it, and all of that. And this person has a particular belief system, right? Let's say it comes from a totally different background from yours, and you want to take this person and now you want to make this person into who you want her to be. not who she is, because you really truly don't like who she really is. You like the concept of what you can make her into. And that is where a lot of us err. You see this person, okay, to the eyes, the person is good, or probably social standing, or persons who they associate with, yeah, it's good. But you cannot take a $500 bill and turn it into $5,000. It just does not work like that. And so many times I've seen men and women alike, we fuss, and we make statements about the opposite sex, and we still don't understand that everybody is different. And so as men, again, you go out and you look for the same type of person, because that's really who you're interested in. But if this is not somebody who sees themselves, let's say per se wife material, a traditional woman, cook, clean, wash, and those things, I'm not saying that's what you want, but in general, sometimes you'll see a particular girl, you love this girl, you're like, yeah, I really like this about her, let's see if I can turn her into who I want her to be. And that's not really how it should be. It should be, both persons coming to a consensus and contributing, to the relationship. So you coming into my life makes me better, and me being in your life makes you better. It shouldn't be, I want you to be this version of what I want.
Alvern,
All right.
Right.
Alvern.
Oh yeah.
Now, Mr. Chinny had quite a lot to say. I just want to want to bring it back to the video and then take it from there. Now, what the lady and how she kind of was adamant of how or what she expects from a man or whatever. First of all, I think men should be men in terms of masculine and traditional, and any woman that is truly, a feminine woman go understand the value in having a man that is like that, and she not go feel threatened, because nowadays women in their attempt to be overly independent, then kind of get misguided by masculinity and thinking that
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like us trying to impose ourselves or being overly dominant, which is not the case. Men are here to protect their women and provide for their families. That is just what it boils down to
Yeah, but
Instinct.
it
at
goes
the
back to
bare
what the video.
bone. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying what you're saying, yes, goes back to what the video is saying. But at the end of the day, she did state it. She's not about to teach somebody who should know his role, because she comes into this relationship knowing her place. So if it is that you drop the ball, of course the woman has to step up. Because if you're on a ship and it's sinking, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit and sink with that ship? No, you're gonna take action. And that is what has happened. So many times you find yourself in a relationship and the man drop the ball. The woman have to step up.
You know,
And I don't disagree with that, because that is evident in Jamaican society, especially, why we see so many women as, makeshift leaders of the household, right? Because fathers decide that they want to go and buy milk and never return home. And also, shoot, almost lose my train of thought, but also, there's an absolutism with how she put forward what she was thinking, that I think, and this kind of go back to me trying to play devil's advocate, is almost unrealistic. And me and Mr. Chinny also have previous discussions about this. The world and humans and how we operate. Because I can bet you that lady is probably single right now. And that is not a jibe or job at her. And it's not a tongue in cheek, but seriously, she's probably single,
Oh
right?
hell no.
Sometimes there's an absolutism and an aggression with how we go about what we want, that we feel like there is no room for flex. Now, I am all about having things that are constant and that will never change. This is me. You operate within this. This is not negotiable, right? But there's still has to also be room for twist, for a little leg room, because people are incredibly unpredictable. Life itself is unpredictable, and sometimes what we expect or how it should go, it don't go like that, right? And
Facts.
ultimately, you have to decide the bare bones of that person or that situation that you are in, even if there is a shaky point in it. Does the structure of it keep you in the mindset that I am willing to stay with this? I am willing to ride out the situation for right now until me see say it's shaking the foundation. Because the building look all well and good, the architect pretty it up and it's magnificent, right? But the steel that it used to construct it is rusting. So really, the structure of it is not so good, but the exterior look wonderful. And in the same breath, you have situations where the building look dilapidated, right? You have grass growing on the building. The paint job is terrible. It need a paint job. I have concrete shelling off the side of the building. But the steel is immovable and the soil and the ground that it was built on is sturdy. People need to understand, say, listen, flex, your graphic can flex sometime. There should be some leg room and we shouldn't get lost with our concept of what we want to the point where we don't see how unrealistic sometimes some situations get. Because at one point, I used to be like this. If I am talking to somebody, like say I'm courting somebody, right, and we're dating or whatever, at the first sign of something that ticks me off, is like, all right, that is it. You understand? That is it. And at the time, I felt good doing it because I felt like I was in control, and I ended that, and I have my thing that I want to achieve, and I'm not going to buckle, right? But what do you learn and what do you really attain if you dispose of every situation like that? There is no progress because ultimately you're going into every situation with the same ultimatums, and there is going to be something else that you're just going to have to try and flex with, because it's never going to be perfect. And
Well,
sometimes you go and you say,
Ritsana.
this is
But
an
Ritsana.
ultimatum, but you
um,
know,
Yeah,
maybe
Ritsana.
I
Go on,
have to
Ritsana.
flex here. It's fitting that Ritsana
yeah,
That,
take
you're
on the
saying
next
about the
part. Ritsana.
foundations, right? The foundation that she wants to start with is a good man that has certain attributes, certain values, certain mindset. She's just saying that she don't want to start with nobody where don't have all of that. She put out there what she want. And secondly, so what if she's single? Men are not the prize. Men are not a prize. If she's
awesome.
single, so what?
I'm not.
What's
I'm
wrong with
sure,
being
and
single?
I'm
No, I'm
sure
not
if
She
saying.
do
she's
what
single,
she
she is
wants
happy.
and she'll go for what she wants. So there's
Exactly.
nothing wrong with that.
Because this is what I want to say to Dalvern. If you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. So it's not about just a steady foundation and what it looks like and the glitz and the glamour. And just to go back to the video, what she was actually asked is that if her spouse cheats on her, if she would cheat. And she said, "No, I don't cheat. I leave." Because again, back to self respect, back to your moral compass. So, again, in every relationship, there are deal breakers. So for her, if her partner cheats, you have some women who would say, "Well, me I go cheat on him too." She's just saying, "Hey, guess what? If he cheats, I'm gone because I have more to lose than he does. I give up everything to come and be your partner, to come and allow you to lead me because that's the type of woman I am. But if you have lost your way, don't think I'm gonna go ahead and lose my way with you. I'm gonna find myself." And that's really what it's about. So yes, you can have a relationship. You want to put all everything out there, but there has to be what we call deal breakers, things that someone will do that is just unforgivable. Am I going to try and make it work? It depends on the severity. If it is something simple, as you said, Dalvern, some things probably looking back at it now, it could be worked with. It's, relationship is all about compromise. But then you have those one-off cases. This person goes out and gets your friend pregnant. You're gonna tell me the foundation is strong? No, you better run like a mice. I'm not staying. That's really what it's about.
I would just want to defend what I said before anybody kind of misunderstand, because Ritsana took it one way, and Roseanne took it another way as well. Now, I'm not saying that men are the prize number one. The reason why I said maybe she was single is, first of all, it's kind of tongue in cheek, right? But also sometimes that is what we are trying to do. We are trying to find somebody, but how we go into the situation thinking is kind of too absolute. You understand? And I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
saying that
true.
is how the woman
That
in the
is true.
video is, right? I'm
That
just
is true.
saying for
That is
any
true.
situation we have to have some level of flex, right?
That's true. And you know
Um
That's
what
what we
I
call
think? You know what I think?
compromise.
You know what
Yeah.
I think? We go into relationship to absolute. You see, personally with me, I don't have a problem with a woman taking the lead in a particular thing. In terms of men are living together and compromising, hey, me step back, like saying action. Yeah, do you. Let me see what you can do. Let me see how you can roll for me and with me. You see me? Let me see how best you perform at this. You see me? I'm say, yeah, me give you props. Big up yourself. But at the end of the day, we have to understand we as human beings have to find ourselves and where we lie in everybody's life. G, like you cannot force, establish it and don't force it. Do not push it. You see me? Establish, rely, acknowledge it from early and do not push it. We are separate beings. G, we now go stop learning about each other. We now, that's what makes it interesting. What females I've noticed, especially with the younger set of people, them, right? As we always say, they are the reason why men essentially are treating them as objects is because they weaponize that one fundamental thing that most young youth I go after.
What's
You
wrong
see me?
with
You see
DeAndre?
me? You see me? So it's like, gee, when you do them things there, right? And the man them listen. Personally, for me, I don't have boys or those things where are those them type of relationship where me go have a drink and sit and chit chat, because personally for me, I don't know, Adam is just see me as competition. You see me? So me not too friend man. You see it? But when you have a set of youth sit down and actually discuss woman pan a whole and the type of girls when they deal with daily, what kind of energy you think go spread to them and then look, yo, when my brother look for me and tell me say, I know why you start boy you love no man, no. Yeah, woman, I love you, you know. And when him said that to me, me like, me can understand. And this was a man that was going to get married. Me can understand where you come from, G, and your reality, your experience, which me value that, G, me respect that. Thank you for sharing and for looking out. You see me? But me, I go look for you and tell you, say, me go have to go through this. Me go have to feel the burn ya and decipher how me I go react and how me I go take this and how me I go build from this. You see me? But people in the world just need to understand, say, yo, G, know yourself and know you're dealing with. Know your place, people. Know your place, no, man. Sure. Just know your place, man.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
man. Go ahead, Shana.
Roxana.
Back to what Dalvin said about going going into the relationship with a little bit of flex. Um, some things just can't compromise on some things. She wants a man that already has the mentality and and ready to just take on everything which she have to offer. So there's no leg room. She not have nothing to compromise. There's nothing to compromise. Why you would have been in a relationship with somebody where you
I'm
don't
not
think will meet
disagreeing though.
your standards?
Yeah,
Advocate.
so
Advocate.
this has been a very,
Yo.
very, very hot topic.
That's
Um,
verse.
we're running out of time, but what I can say is
We need a mentor.
Facts. Facts,
What I
boy.
can say is broken people break people.
Boom.
And
Yeah,
what
man.
we tend to see, and I can
Do
talk from
it.
experience, what we tend to see is sometimes, you grow up with this fairy tale, this make believe. And someone said to me the other day, what if this is not your normal? You expect to meet a guy, your knight in shining armor, and he's supposed to whisk you off, and you get married and you grow old together like the notebook and have Alzheimer's or whatnot. That is our reality as ladies and guys. I want you to understand the dynamics, because while you were growing and your parents gave you toys and cars and trucks, and you were already making a mental obligation in your mind as to what you should be doing, what your role is as a man. We got dolls. We got, to decorate a home. We got things to do that has to do with family. And earlier, DeAndre said something about woman being emotional. We are emotional beings. You cannot expect to take that away from us.
Come
It
on.
doesn't matter how tough a woman might play off. Some are able to play off because they've been through hurt a couple of times, or I guess they're just, I don't know. I'm not that type, so I wouldn't know. But all I'm saying is, as women, we grew up with this notion, the stories we read, the movies we watch, the Cinderella story, and everybody is looking for that. And
Perfect.
it has indeed impacted our outlook when it comes onto relationships. So of course, sometimes the what we expect is not really reality. So I'll go back to what Ritana was saying just now. It doesn't matter the type of person you meet, there will always be compromise. It could be Barack Obama, it could be Bill Gates, whomever. There will always be compromise. It could be Prince Harry. Look at him and Meghan Markle. There will always be compromise. It doesn't matter what, because guess what? It goes back to what I was saying in the earlier video.
That
As
was a lot of
humans, we
compromise, by the way.
evolve, we change. And so, because we keep changing, guess what? Your spouse now has to learn something new about you and has to decide, okay, is this something I can live with, or not? But of course, I'm not an expert on relationship. All I can say
I am.
is do what you gotta do until you
He's a prince and a sim. I
or
did
get a
it.
mentor. Get a mentor, as
Get a
DeAndre
mentor.
said.
Get a
Get
mentor,
a
man.
mentor, right? I'm
No one
never
for the
scared
prince
to
Harry
get
get a
counseling.
mentor too.
It's
Yes.
always a win-win. But trust me, it has been an amazing topic, guys. Remember to leave a comment down below. And of course, subscribe to our channel. You will be seeing more of this panel. So stay tuned to Critical Minds with Rosa. Check it.